Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks. And welcome to, actually, this is a pretty special stream for me. Because I did say yesterday, during the preview, anyone who watched the preview against of our game against Augsburg tonight, I did it yesterday. I did say something big coming up. This is something big coming up. We have a big game in the Champions League quarterfinal. And the guy waiting for me is pulling up. But before I introduce him, you already know what to do, ya Jama'ah. Subscribe. Press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way. Go check the socials, ZeerTalks. Also, go check out my guest. And inshallah, bi'idhnillah al-azim, you are well wherever you may be. Now, this guest, I'm not going to lie, I'm very grateful for him. Because to be honest, he's actually the reason to why I'm known, I feel like. He's one of the guys. I remember last year, I emailed him because of the membership thing that he had. And he told me he don't do no call-ins, but he will give me a chance anyway after the Bayern Arsenal game. And he did. And I got known from there. And the rest is history. So, yeah. Lightly sahha al-afiyah, and I hope you know that, Mo. But yeah, I just mentioned his name. Welcome, Mo, Habibi.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hey, man. How are you doing? Everything's good? How is the weather now? What are you in Saudi Arabia anyway?
Riyadh. It's starting to get hot, man.
What's really? Yeah, bro, it's getting hot here, but it's just it changes from hot to cold. Like, well, it's all right.
Okay. Here it's hot. Like now it's 37 degrees Celsius.
Oh yeah, 30 degrees. Oh yeah.
This is nothing. You've been in Saudi.
So yeah. I know how hard it is. I lived in Riyadh like in the first 5 years of my life. So.
Yeah. Once it gets to summer, you'll reach around 50 degrees, and then that's when you complain about heat.
This is when you leave. This is when you leave, and go somewhere like cooler. Yeah. This is when you leave and you go somewhere cooler.
Yeah. بعدين في ناس جايين من أوروبا, they wear shorts in the winter. They're like, it's nothing. We deal with it in the winter. Yeah, عمي, we'll probably do axe with the heat over there. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, it's how you deal with the temperatures. But you know what? I say we talk about the big one coming up on, is it Wednesday, I believe, for our game, isn't it?
Tuesday. Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Okay,
yeah,
Tuesday.
It is.
Anyway, Tuesday. See, أنا دماغي راح في يومها. But anyway.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah. So we play at home in the Allianz Arena. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Bayern München, Inter Milan. What's your thoughts on Inter Milan and Bayern this season heading into this game, bro?
I watched some of the Bayern games, and I don't think you're as strong as people think you are. Vincent Kompany has one way of playing football. He's not as a tactician as the other coaches that coached you over the last years. You're wide open at the back. You have a lot of people that are missing in this game. I actually think it's going to be a failure if Inter lose. And I actually don't think that you're that strong going forward. Like, Harry Kane is a striker and everything. He's good and everything. Musiala is good. But I don't think they are amazing. The thing about them, that is the difference between Bayern and everyone else in the world. And I mean that, everyone else in the world. Is that because Bayern play in the Bundesliga, and with all due respect, people say that the Bundesliga is farmers' league. It is kind of like by definition because you.
I got تعلق شوي. ما أدري if it's me or is it you, but I think I got تعلق شوي more.
I don't know. Like, for me, it looks fine from my side, but I'm watching the video.
أنا ما أدري. that's why أنا ما أدري. I don't know.
Who's people in the chat? Who's lagging for you?
Chat, let us know because I don't.
Am I lagging? I want to know.
Yeah, chat. We don't get some confusion going on here. Like,
who's lagging from both of us? Like, I'm not sure who's lagging, but
I may have to go check back. But chat, please let me know. There's like 9 of you here.
No one is lagging. Yeah, it's maybe just a StreamYard glitch. But going back to the point. Because Bayern play in the Bundesliga, and because the Bundesliga, with all due respect, is not Ligue 1 in France, most of the players at Bayern, because you dominate the league, have this winner mentality that they think they are the best. And part of the things about football is having confidence in yourself And that is the difference between Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona. And by the way, that's what Bayern Munich has, even Real Madrid and Barcelona don't have. Because in Germany, Bayern Munich are ahead of everyone else. In Spain, there is Atletico Madrid, there is Real Madrid, there is Barcelona. So there's not only one team. And that is what gives Bayern Munich the edge in football. Because I played football and I know what it means to play for the team that always win. And that gives you go into the game. Bayern Munich players, it doesn't matter if it's Leroy Sané, it doesn't matter if it's Musiala, Kane, or even Leymar. These guys, because they play for Bayern Munich, they had this confidence that no one else in the world has, by the way. Not even Man City, no one else. And that gives you a little bit of the edge. And that is the difference between playing Bayern Munich and everyone else. The players know that they are superior, even if they are not. And that's all. Like with all, like I'm gonna give you an example. Someone like Upamecano is not a great defender. Has never been.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
But because he plays for Bayern Munich, when he plays with confidence all the time. You see him playing with confidence, and that is the thing that nobody else has. In Italy, Inter go at it. Milan win the league once. Napoli win the league once. Juventus win the league. So no one has that edge over the others, and that is. Otherwise, I don't think Bayern is as good as Inter at all this season. Like, your defense is not as strong. Your midfield is, to be honest, in comparison with us, is okay. Your forward line, Harry Kane is a good striker and everything. Is like one of the best in the Premier League. Leroy Sané is good. I like Leroy Sané, but he's all right. You know,
I think he's a bum.
He's not bad though. I don't think he's shit, but I think he's all right. You know.
Nah. If you've seen him at the Bayern, recently he's been scoring. I mean, our last 4 goals, he scored 3 of them. That in itself, is shocking.
Yeah, but that's what gives you the edge over everyone. That is what gives you the edge over everyone. It's like your players, even the players that you think they are bad, they have the confidence. But your defense is wide open all the time. Like, Michael Olise is the only guy that I'm worried about. However,
what a baller.
He's amazing, but our left side is strong, to be honest. Our left side is strong. Kimmich, I like Kimmich and everything, but your midfield with Goretzka and the guys, they're okay, they're good. I like Goretzka, but they aren't like, none of them is world class apart from Kimmich, to be honest.
I'll tell you something about Joshua Kimmich. I'm glad you brought him up. Here's my thing on Joshua Kimmich. I actually think he's a better right back than midfielder. Believe it or not. But the problem with Joshua Kimmich? Because again, you mentioned the Bundesliga. Bundesliga is not as showcased as it is in the Premier League. You follow Premier League a lot. You do streams on Premier League and all that. So you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. Because he is not showcased enough there, you don't really see. You mentioned Upamecano, for example. I think Joshua Kimmich, if he was in the Premier League in midfield, you'd kind of see his deficiencies more in midfield. That's the way I see it. But again, I also have to say, he has actually been performing in midfield recently, which I'm hoping continues moving forward. But again, I said this actually on previous streams. His mentality is going to be really tested in midfield in our game. And I say this because you just mentioned it. Our defense, with injuries of Upamecano and Davies, with Ito as well, which, by the way, believe it or not, I think he should have been our starting center back, not what's his name, Kim Min-jae. Well, what was your thought on Kim Min-jae?
I like him. Napoli? He was fantastic.
Actually,
bro, he was amazing. He was one of the best defenders in the league.
Since he joined us, it hasn't been that good. I can't lie.
Yeah, it hasn't been. It's probably the speed of the league, the difference in quality for the oppositions, and all. You have to understand that it's just not the same playing for Bayern Munich. But vice versa, Eric Dyer look much better than the Eric Dyer of Tottenham Hotspur. He might not be world class, but he looks much better than the Eric Dyer that we watched over the years in Tottenham Hotspur. Like, he's not like, I'm not saying he's Sergio Ramos, But if you're gonna give Eric Dyer in the Tottenham Hotspur 4 out of 10, you'll give him 6, you'll give him 7 in some games. Some games he plays very good.
But
Kim Min-jae was an
amazing
amazing defender, like in the Serie A, and then he goes to Bayern Munich and his level drops. It's different, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I understand your point, your styles, and I understand, but this is why I feel like some players get overrated and overhated at the same time because of these things that you just mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Like certain leagues fit certain players, certain don't. But then at the same time, like if that was the case, then you should also understand their strengths and weaknesses when making judgment. And when making judgment, I feel like for example, I'm sure you understand, like some people, they do too much with the aesthetics, but then they also do too much with this like GA. There's no balance, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just the way I see it. But like with me, with Kim Min-jae, at least at Bayern München, right? I feel like the mushkila is that he overcommits too quickly. You know, and when he overcommits, it leaves our back line exposed.
Yeah, he thinks he's better than what he actually is. He thinks that he goes to every tackle, I'm going to get the ball. But once he gets bypassed, everyone is exposed behind him. He doesn't realize
this is my problem.
You cannot just go to every tackle thinking that I'm on. Sometimes you need to contain. Sometimes you need to hold on the opposition until your teammates come back. You're not going to go to every tackle thinking that I'm going to get the ball. Put in your mind that you have no coverage sometimes because Bayern Munich attack with 8 players, leaving 2 at the back. So if he gets bypassed, he's basically 2-on-1.
There you go.
Sometimes in Napoli, though, it was different because in Napoli they were always on the front foot, always, and the oppositions in Italy don't have the same speed as. One of the things that is so special about the Bundesliga is that the majority of the teams have fast forwards, quick. The majority of the teams. In Italy, it's more technical forwards or strong forwards. You get my point? That is the difference between the Bundesliga and Serie A. Like Serie A is more tactical, is more strength. You know, in the Bundesliga, it's all fifth gear forwards. You give the ball to the forward and you just go and let's go. Let's win things. You know, let's go and score. In Italy, it's more of a hold-up play and stuff like this. So he doesn't realize the difference between both, to be honest with you.
Man. You know what I mean? But actually, personally, you know what's funny? Well, speaking of center backs, I think we should end in that before we move on to Inter Milan conversations, because of the time. I'll just say this: I feel like all this defensive problems, part of the problems, because Max Erbel's an idiot selling De Ligt. I'm sure, Emo, you know my take on De Ligt, bro. I've been saying it on your chat. I've been saying it to you before. This De Ligt guy should have never left my club because I think when Dyer played good, De Ligt was the one holding things down ever since the protest last season, right? For him to play when he was dropped by Tuchel. Then we sell him. We're playing Opa Kim, or we're playing Opa Dyer, and then we're playing, I don't know. It's like we're having a mixed match with defenders. And now we end up with, I mean, supposedly Opa and Kim. I mean, in company's eyes, right? But now Opa is injured. So now our defense heading into your game is most likely going to be Dyer. And it's most likely going to be Kim, depending on what he's going through. And if not Kim, guess what, Yemo?
Okay, Open McCann out. Open McCann is out completely.
Yes.
And Leimer on the right. And who's left back? Sorry. Guerrero.
Left back?
Guerrero's injured.
Guerrero or Stanisic. We can play Stanisic.
Stanisic, yeah.
Guerrero or Stanisic.
Okay, so if Kim Min-jae is out, you play Goretzka there. And who plays in the middle?
Yeah. So here's the thing. We could either play Palhinha alongside Kim, because Kim is going to play regardless.
Yeah.
Palhinha. But then again, that also depends where Goretzka plays, because Goretzka, some part of this season, have been playing centre-back, weirdly enough. And you mentioned Goretzka, and I agree with you. I don't rate him either. I think he's just playing well for the
club. I like him. I think he fell apart lately. I think he got a major injury a couple of years ago, and then he never came back from it.
Nah, man, Goretzka la mala dakhal. You know what it is, Mo? I'm going to be really honest with you. It's the fact that he just, you know what it is? He's one of those guys that he needs a motivation, fam. He needs that motivation to play. I remember last season and 2 seasons ago, he really didn't have that motivation to play. But then this season, the board wanted to get rid of him, and next thing you know, خلاص, now he wants to start performing and all this stuff. Bro, he's playing for the contract. Once he gets his contract, I'm sure he'll play bad again. I know it, man. So I can read through some demeanors. But anyway, enough of that. Inter Milan, bro. I mean, you guys are top of the league, aren't you?
Now we are.
I know you won.
Yes.
Yeah. You at the beginning you were struggling in the league, and then you got back up there. And here you are. You drew to AC Milan 1-1 as well in Coppa Italia semis. I was trying to watch that because I couldn't find it on my platform. But hey, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on Inter Milan as a whole? I mean, is there like a different feeling in your part of, you know?
No, it's the same thing. We have to win the league. We are the strongest team in the league. We play so different in the league. Nobody can read Inter because we have a coach that is so different than the majority of the coaches in the world. We are the highest position-based team in the league, right? But in the Champions League, we average less than 47% position. So it's just a testament to how great this manager is. That he's not one of these managers that can set up the team offensively and position, but can do defensive part. He can do both. And because we conceded the least amount of goals in the Champions League, basically, until this moment. And by the way, both are from set pieces, the goals that we conceded. A penalty and a corner kick. So we don't concede goals from open play. And he can set up the team defensively. I think you're going to struggle to score against Inter. And if you're going to struggle to score, especially at your ground, because we're not going to open up at your ground. We're going to defend deeper. And our players are the masters of rattling the opposition. Like, we know how to rattle people. And they're going to rattle the Bayern Munich players, in my opinion. At Sherby, Bastoni. These guys can rattle the opposition. We did it a lot of times this season. And on the counter-attack, can anyone stop Marcus Thuram and Barella on the counter? Because your right side is not the strongest, because of Leimer. And because, here is the thing, Bayern Munich are not used to playing teams where your wing backs have to, your wingers have to defend our wing backs. Because on transition, we attack with a lot of players. We attack with both wing backs, 2 midfielders. Basically, we attack with 7 players all the time, and we leave 3. Yeah. That means your wingers have to come back to cover for your fullbacks. Otherwise, you're exposed. And that is something that not a lot of teams know how to stop. 2 wing backs. Because even if you lean towards one, the other wing back is free. And that is why, and we're masters in this diagonal balls to wing back. So for me, like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, how can Bayern Munich stop us? Is by having Leroy Sané and Olise defend. And they won't defend. We know that both of them are not defenders. They just don't like to come back. They stay up top.
Yeah. I mean, funny enough, you mentioned this. Sané actually, as much as I crap on him, Sané actually likes to defend, but that's bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Olise, it'll be interesting to see what he does. I agree with you. My thing is and this is going to annoy me when I say this, Jamal Musiala. I have a feeling he's going to struggle against you guys, man. Like, he's a very amazing football player. I think hella talented, but he over dribbles, man. And against Acerbi, Bastoni, and bro.
And even against Hakan Çalhanoğlu, because Jamal Musiala is not the quickest guy on the pitch, physically, and because he starts always from the left side, it's Barella's side. And Barella physically is very strong. So he's going to be the one to cover Jamal Musiala. I'm not sure. Like, I'm looking at it's if you cross, Harry Kane might be superior on the air, but also we have very big guys at the back. Like with Acerbi, Bastoni. Even Pavard is not small, to be honest, at the back. Like,
he was our club. I know about him.
Yeah, he's gonna start. We're gonna have 3 at the back. It's gonna be Acerbi, Bastoni, and Pavard. Yeah, on the right side, I'm Dumfries. I'm not sure Dumfries is fit. Yeah, he's not fit. He's injured. Yeah, he's not fit. We don't know who's going to start on the right side. It might be Darmian, that is a struggle against Leroy Sane, Darmian.
Yeah.
Because
can I
he'll
just say
get
one
cooked.
thing quickly though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Malish. Can I just say one thing quick though? There's a center back you have I'm very impressed with. Bishek.
He has been having stinkers lately in the last
Actually,
3 games. Yeah.
No
he
way.
has been having stinkers.
Nah, man. I'm trying to observe that German center back, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's been having stinkers lately. He's been not having good games lately. In the last 3 games, he almost cost us the games, and he hasn't been good at all. Like, he was the reason why against Milan, Tammy Abraham scored, and a game before against Udinese, we almost conceded because of him, and it wasn't looking good, to be honest with you. It wasn't looking good, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. But Mo, I will tell you one thing. You know, after all this conversation that we just had, I think there's one weakness you have. As much as I think you are a favorite out of us two, because to be honest, I know my team, you know your team. It is what it is. But there's one weakness you have, which again, I'm hoping. I'm not predicting. I'm hoping, yeah, that it goes in our favor. Your strikers, bro. Your strikers don't know how to finish, brother. Like when it matters most, these man. Every time I watch Inter Milan, they go missing.
Yeah, the problem is these 2 strikers, also all of them, Thuram, Lautaro, Arnautovic, when it comes to big games, they struggle a little bit. So I'm waiting to see what is going to happen with them. But maybe this is the time where they show up. Maybe this is the time. By the way, Thuram against Kim Min-jae I'm looking at this battle because Kim Min-jae is quick and physically strong, but we'll see if he can stop Thuram. Eric Dyer, though, against Lautaro is the thing that Eric Dyer. If Eric Dyer, to be honest, if Eric Dyer and Kim Min-jae, I trust my forwards to score.
But Mo, can I tell you something? You're gonna laugh so hard when I say this. I trust Dyer more than Kim, wallahi. And I don't think any of them are good enough. You know what it is? You know what it is? I feel like Dyer, when it comes to awareness, is more like sound than Kim. You know what I'm saying? But because of what we just talked about earlier with how Kim done in Napoli, that's why he was praised hella high. But in reality, like for what we do, like, and we talked about company style, put too many men forward, pass the ball around, all that stuff, get caught in transition. Kim is gone. Dyer is also gone because he's slow, but Dyer is just more able to position himself better, I feel like. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? But none of them are good enough.
Look at Ahmed is saying Inter are a better team than Bayern, but Bayern have better attackers. But I think that we can stop. I think this is Ahmed. This is I think we can stop the attack of Bayern. I don't think their defense can stop our attackers and the wing backs. Like, I don't think that is the thing. Like, I think it's gonna be a battle of like, if we stop you in this game and come back with a draw, I think we win the game. I actually think that we can come back with a win, bro. Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked. I've seen crazy things.
I have a feeling that we win 1. I actually think that we can win 1-0. I actually think.
But can I tell you something more though? I just hope you don't underestimate us, yeah? Because at the end of the day, you know what
I'm not. I actually think it's more likely to be a draw. And if maybe a 1-0, a 2-1 Bayern or a 1-0 Bayern. But I think we can actually go 90 minutes and have it a 0-0. We can stink up the pitch and have it a 0-0.
Momo, at the end of the day, we both can agree this comes down to finish. Because by the way, our finishing at times can be pathetic as well. Even though, yes, I see Ahmed saying that we have good attackers, but I've seen our games in which we'll probably have like 25 shots and we'll probably have like 9 on target. You know, that's pathetic. You know what I mean? So, again, it'll be interesting. By the way, some are going to play in.
Also, hold on. Is Neuer fit?
No, I'm pretty sure he's not going to. I think Orbic, our young goalkeeper, is going to play.
Okay.
But by the way, don't underestimate Orbic, because that kid is actually talented in itself.
You know that. You know Jan Sommer has been one of the best goalkeepers this season in the world, under like the radar.
Oh, I rated him highly when he was with us.
Bro, that guy, I didn't expect the guy to be that good. Like, he's so good.
No. I knew he was good. Bro.
Like that good. Like, I knew he was good. I know he was good, but not that good. Like at this age, how can he be that agile? Bro, he had these saves, world-class saves. It's crazy, actually. And our second goalkeeper is so good as well. Martinez.
By the way, I want to say something about this, yeah? I actually think he's going to be our most important player, believe it or not. Because that guy can create something out of nothing, out of all the guys in our team. Maybe him and Kimmich, I would say. Him and Kimmich and goalie, I would have said no, but Noah's not even playing. So, yeah, because we're going to give away attacks. I'm telling you, we're going to give away attacks when Inter find the
counter-attacks, of course.
So, yeah, we're going to give away counters. We're probably going to have majority of the chances, and we're probably going to miss a bunch.
You're going to have 70%. I promise you, you're going to have 70% of the ball. You're going to have plenty of crosses, though. You're going to have plenty of crosses. And it's going to be like let's just cross, hope for the best. That is what's going to happen, to be honest. Guys, can we get the likes? How many likes are we on?
Yeah, slap the likes, man. We are on, I'm checking right now. We are on 12. Come on, man. Boost up the likes.
Guys, hit that like button, people.
Come on, man. Don't be bozos. But, yeah, listen, Mo, because I don't want to take too much of your time, Taban.
Yeah, it's okay.
I have a stream to do. But I say we use the remainder of the time to actually try to build a combined 11. Now,
which formation? The formation.
That's the problem. Because you want to fit DiMarco, we can play 3 in the back. Or if you want, we put 4 and we put DiMarco left back. I don't mind. Even though I think he's a wing back. But
can I tell you how we play? We play 3-4-3.
3-4-3. But how are we judging wing backs? As wingers?
No, wing backs are different than wingers. So basic wing backs are wing backs, like, and wingers are wingers. 3-4-3.
خلاص يلا تمام. I'm gonna set. Okay. Anyway,
so you want Janzo. Yeah, 3-4-3.
يلا 3-4-3.
Yeah, let's go. 3-4-3. Just fix it. 3-4-3.
هذه تفضل.
We can do 4-2-3-1. No, 3-4-3. So you can have both wing backs and wingers as well.
خلاص يلا 3-4-3. Who cares? I mean, I don't mind. I don't care. I'll try to fit my players as much as I can, but I'll be realistic. I'm not going to be a fraud. Don't worry. I'll try not to be a fraud. Anyway, for goalie, because Neuer's not going to play. If Neuer was playing, I would have tried to make a case.
Yeah, Sommer has been better than Neuer anyway this season. You know that.
I would have tried to make a case just because he's a goalkeeper. But you know what? We'll give Sommer. Just to be a little shameless, he left to you guys because Neuer was in the club. Just, just to be a little
of course, because he wouldn't start over the captain of the club. Yeah. I don't think he's better than Neuer. I don't think he's better than Neuer, but Sommer has been more consistent this season. At the back, this is a struggle. Because we know that Bastoni will start at left center back, right? In the center, though, who would you have? Upamecano or Acerbi? Or Acerbi has been injured.
Not playing, so I'm not. If Upamecano was playing, I would have said Upa, but he's
actually.
Not playing,
can I ask you something? Can we switch it to 4-2-3-1 as well?
Well, okay, but we need to make
it. Do 4-2-3-1. Yeah, as Ahmed said in the chat, do 4-2-3-1.
Yalla,
yes. I think in the back line, it's going to be Bastoni at the left center back. Do you agree? And DiMarco at left back. Is that okay? Or do you think
I'm 100% for it, and I agree with you. It's not even.
Do you think Davis? Do you think Alphonso Davis has been better? I don't think Alphonso Davis has been that consistent. DiMarco is one word.
لا هذه غلطان. If he was playing, I would have made a case for Davies. Wallahi, I actually think he's been.
I think he has been great. I think he's been great, to be honest, Davis. But I think he hasn't been that consistent this season. I've seen him in some games struggle.
He has been actually. I think he's been our most consistent player alongside Olise.
Really?
Probably. Yes, man. Shfiq. Yes, Habibi. You don't understand how consistent that guy is, bro. I think Company being manager is like for him blessing in disguise. Wallahi. Whenever he plays, he's recovering, winning the ball, everything. But because he's not playing, we're using only players that's gonna most likely play, and because of that, I'm putting DiMarco. Just as. But why can't I find DiMarco?
Because it's one word. It's one word. Just one word.
Is it?
Yes.
My bad. Okay, so Bastoni and DiMarco.
I don't know who plays right center back.
So who do you have? You have Acerbi, you have Acerbi,
Pavard. We have Cherby, Pavard, De Vrij. But I'm not sure who starts, but someone has to start from Bayern Munich here.
You know what? Out of the players we have, this is gonna sound so stupid.
You're gonna put Eric Dyer
You're
there.
so-
That is no. I'll put a Cherby. If you're gonna put Eric Dyer, we have to be honest here.
Yeah, you're giving me a player, yani.
And we have to be honest. Because
Yeah,
in
come on
attack,
now.
you're gonna have the majority of them. To be honest.
Anyway, take a Cherby. I actually rate Cherby.
Right
Some
back.
people underrate.
Right back. It has to be Kimmich, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he doesn't play there. So do you want to consider?
He played
listen, I don't mind. I'd
sometimes.
rather him.
Yeah, Kimmich.
Yeah,
right
at
back,
times,
to be
yes,
honest.
but it's you know what? We'll put Kimmich right back. Fuck it, why not?
Kimmich. Dumfries is awful. Like Dumfries is awful.
Yeah, we'll put Kimmich. I don't mind because we
The
can
thing
add
about
this
it, in the center,
Thomas, I call him.
yeah, Dumfries is horrific.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, midfield, now that we don't have Kimmich there, even though this season you would have put him there, but
I don't know who would.
but
Musiala's going to be the 10, without a shadow of a doubt.
I think Barella has to be in there. I can't lie.
No, Barella and Hakan is in the center of the pitch, behind Musiala. Barella
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Barella is not an attacking midfielder.
So here's my thing, right? I'm thinking you put Barella and you're gonna. Hey,
You know-
I have to make a.
You know,
I have to
Hakan
make a case.
Çalhanoğlu scored a lot of goals, right?
Hey, listen, I know I can tell from the goal he scored in Milan, but like I have to defend Goretzka, man. You have too many Inter players, man. I need to defend that fraud Goretzka. He's actually performing majority of the games. So I have to make a case for Goretzka, you know. You can have him be the defensive guy, and then you put Barella, you know, progressing the ball. Yes, I know he's not good. I agree with you. That's not the point. The point is he's performing.
Bro, the guy,
That's the only reason why.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu had like plenty of goals and assists and.
Wallahi, you know what? This just shows how bad we are, man. This is terrible.
Just with all due respect.
We're actually so terrible that I'm having to put Inter players. You know what I mean? Well, this is just exposing how bad we are.
Musiala, but now comes all the Bayern players. You'll have
But
Musiala.
yeah, now we're gonna put Musiala here. and
You'll
we're
have
putting Olise on the right.
Olise. You'll have Harry Kane.
True.
Like-
True.
Like, you'll have Harry Kane. Like, it's not even a question here.
Yeah,
Now
that's
comes
true.
the left side. Is that it's between Thuram? It's between Thuram
Lewis.
and Leroy Sané.
So you said
Thuram
Sané, who?
or
Sorry,
Leroy Sané. Sorry, Thuram or Leroy Sané. I don't know.
do you consider him a winger though, or do you consider him a?
He's a
inside
striker,
forward,
but
isn't he?
because we play a two-striker formation. By the way, in France, he plays sometimes on that left side.
Yeah, he did that at Borussia Mönchengladbach. To be fair, I should have.
Yes,
He did
that is, and he is capable of it, to be honest. And because you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
DeMarco, you're gonna have him.
You know what? Who am I fooling, bro? Put Thuram. I'll tell you why I'm putting Thuram, okay? Just where's Thuram? Him, yeah? I'll put Thuram. I'll tell you why, Mo. I'll tell you all why, chat. Any Bayern München fan or any person that's watched me have said, I'm out here trying to get red 3 stooges or 3 scums, yeah? Zanig, Nabri, Coman. I don't want them in my team. So you can have Thuram on the left. ما عندي مشكلة. تفضل. This is the team, guys. So, you know what I'm saying? Zomer in goal at the moment these days. You know what I mean? Kimmich right back so we can fit everybody else. And Kimmich is better at right back anyway. Then we have DiMarco. I mean, I would have made a case for Davies, but he's injured. So DiMarco clears in that department. Although I think he's a wing back, not a left back personally. But that's a different discussion in a different way.
Yeah, but we need to change the formation if we're gonna do this.
Exactly. So yeah.
And I don't think we have enough
to.
center backs to start 3 at the back. Like if we're gonna make.
I mean, yeah, because if Upa was fit, I would have put Upa over a Cherby for this season. But
Upamecano is not fit.
Yeah, and then Bastoni, Acerbi, Kimmich, yeah. Barella and Çalhanoğlu midfield. I mean, Mod's made a huge case for both of them, and I hear it. I actually rate Barella very highly, but I'm guessing he's one of those that's staying in. صح? Yeah, and then so the thing with Çalhanoğlu, Does he drop back, win the ball as well? Like, can he like do a job defensively?
Yeah. He absolutely does, yeah.
Mental. No, that guy is actually adapted his game.
Ahmed is so too. The only Bayern center back should go in is the manager. Well, it's Vincent Company. The only Bayern center back should be the manager. Wallah. Should be dressed as a player and play this season, bro.
You know, I'm sorry, Mo. I have to. Bro, I'm sorry. That's how bad we are. Hey, listen, hey, but it's okay, guys. Peter Griffin, Max Erbel said we don't need any more center backs. Great. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for telling me, Max Erbel, you fraud. Anyway, yeah. So this is what we're dealing with here. And then of our attack, Olise, baller. That's the only master stroke that Griffin ever done in his life, getting him from Palace. But it don't take much when you're against Man United and Chelsea. Ahmed, hold that. And then Shisma. Musiala, obviously, what a baller. But I feel like in this game, he might struggle because of how Inter shape up. And Thuram on the left because we have bums on the wing. And Thuram, to be fair, has been all right. Actually, I noticed him and Martinez shared goals in the Serie A, 11 and 13 respectively. Interesting. And Kane striker because Kane is Harry Kane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, Kane is a striker without a shadow of a doubt, you know? Like, without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. Like, just there is no... He has been one of the best strikers in the world this season. People just don't understand that because people don't watch Bundesliga. He's been very, very good.
Wallahi, Ahmed. Don't get me started, please. Wallahi, you see, we should have kept him. Mizraoui, we should have kept him. I'm not even going to get to reason why they got rid of him because they're fraudulent and I'm not getting into it. But it's pathetic how we let people go for the dumbest of reasons.
And by the way, Kane has not been like Lewandowski has been very good lately. Actually, I just have to say, Isak has been great, but Kane has been phenomenal. To be honest, this season, every time I watched him, he's been phenomenal this season.
Yeah, but you know what it is for me, Mo, Saraha. Now that we're done showing this, I think the problem at Harry Kane is because you know at Bayern we had Lewandowski. We had Mario Gomez, we had Mandzukic, we had Luca Toni, we had what's his name, Elber. You know them. Back in the day, they all are mutawadeen in staying into the box. Fahamt? Like they only drop.
Harry Kane is different. Harry Kane is different.
Yeah. So the thing is, for that to work, you would need goal-scoring wingers, but we don't really have goal-scoring wingers. You know, so it's better off that he stays in the box. The only problem is, I feel like against Inter Milan, he actually might have to drop a bit more deeper because it's Inter Milan and you guys are going to mark out the living hell out of Kane. So, yeah. But you know what? Before we end, Ashan, I let you go. Well, thank you very much, Matt Gessler, for pulling up. What's your prediction for the first leg?
1-1.
Yeah, I agree with you. 1-1 as well.
1-1 is my prediction.
We're going to have the majority of the ball. I feel like we're going to have chances, but you're going to either make key blocks or you're going to have Zomer saving or we're going to sky the shot outside of the Allianz Arena, probably send it to San Siro or something, you know what I mean? And you're just going to hit us, score one, and we maybe score a stinky goal or something. So, or a penalty. Don't be shocked if we win a penalty, by the way, and Kane scores it. So
don't be shocked if we win a penalty from Kim Min-jae or Eric Dyer.
I wouldn't be shocked if I should not be shocked if you score out of I wouldn't be shocked if Martinez actually scored out of a 1-on-1.
We'll see what happens. I can't wait for Tuesday, to be honest. It's just a shame that they have at the same time as Arsenal, Real Madrid, while the other two games are dead. Aston Villa, PSG, and Bayern, Dortmund, Barcelona.
Yeah, but at least I can hate watch Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona, so it's okay. At least I can hate watch these bozos. But yeah, big up to Mo every single time. I will redirect to you, Mo. You're doing your stream now, am I right? So
in 15 minutes, it's all right. Like, it's okay.
So
in 15 minutes, I just need to go stuff. No, don't worry about it. Like, because I need to do stuff on my channel to redirect to.
Okay. So if you're not gonna do it now, it's not worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm gonna redirect to. I see Troops is live doing his back again. Was it called back again? I think, but I will redirect to him. Just say Zeer Raid, guys. Yeah, But big up to every single one of you that pulled up. Mo, again, Allah yatik as-sahha wal-afiyah for pulling up here. It's a pleasure. You know, I mean, talking about the game with you. And yeah, listen, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, go check socials. Also, go check out Footy Judge Mo for those who haven't. You know what I'm saying? And inshallah, you're well, wherever you may be, guys. And inshallah, this game's actually going to go the way I want to, but it doesn't look, I mean, I don't see it, but we'll see. Inshallah. Inshallah khair. Anyways, take care, guys, and see you later. See you later.